Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Great Southern Stand Weekly Edition. Here's what the team have been on about this week.
Pockets. Ali, tell me what is the point of female pockets?
I'm getting this feeling of that you're struggling with something.
I am. I'm struggling with the concept of pockets on female clothes.
Pockets on female clothes are an incredibly complicated operation.
Well, they seem to be either fake or just too small to be used. Is that...
Well, and they come in all different shapes.
Right.
And, you have to get the right pocket for the right body shape. Otherwise, you look like you're wearing elephant ears and stuff.
What?
Yeah. yeah.
See, this is where all my what's were coming from the start of the show.
It's
many,
very confusing.
Many what's.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't design clothes. I know that I have a womanly body,
right,
which means that I don't fit into most of the clothes that people sell.
Right. Because you're not parallel.
Well, I have
basically.
hips, which is an issue.
Yeah.
It is. It's a massive issue.
Not for the vast majority of us who don't like women who look like they would snap if you took them to bed.
Clothes designers.
That's always been a great worry for me with these models and whatnot. They all look very small.
Your girlfriend is very model-like.
But she's flexible. She can bend. She's safe. She's okay.
Most women can, Steve.
Really?
Yeah, most women don't snap.
I'll jot that down in the notebook there. Women can bend. Okay, thanks.
Okay,
so...
All
right.
Pockets.
And they need different pockets. All right, good.
All I know about pockets, yes, a lot of them are fake.
Right.
Which is very frustrating because especially the older I get, the more I need a pocket.
Of course.
Young people don't seem to need pockets in
Well, they've
pants.
generally got boys to carry their things for them.
Well,
that's the way I always
vast array of handbags.
Yeah,
which have all cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Handbags. Well, that's a whole other topic. Handbags.
Yeah, I don't know.
The black hole of,
I guess
of the...
when you're under 18, you don't actually need to carry ID.
Right. Oh, I suppose so.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't need pockets
when
when I was young, but I need pockets now.
But you had boys to carry your keys and whatnot. I suppose you didn't even have
carry
keys.
my own shit. You don't have keys. You don't have cards. You've got maybe $20 that your mum gave you.
Right.
In a small purse. That's all you need.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The older you get, the more shit you have to lug around. Sucks.
That's it. So they should sell older women's clothing with pockets, with actual pockets.
But, and they do, okay?
Right.
But I go into a woman's clothing store.
Right.
And I put on a size 8.
Right.
And the butt is sagging, man.
Now, the sizes are different too.
They're very
everywhere,
different,
aren't they?
yes.
You go to different shops and it's
the waist comes up around under my bust.
Yeah,
I'm
weird.
doing this 10 acres. it's not... There's no happy medium.
Yeah, wow.
There's no happy medium at all.
Wow.
So, and then, of course, they've got the weird cut pockets, which when you put them on, if you have hips or larger thighs, they actually bulge out.
Right.
And everyone can see inside the pocket.
Right.
And they look kind of like elephant ears. Yeah. It's retarded.
Well, thank you, Hallie, for coming in and explaining pockets. I've never been so happy to be a male and wear male clothes in my life.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
No worries.
A lot of poo in my life, man.
Yet again, listeners, we're sitting here, we're trying to think of a great, hilarious topic that we can talk about for our first hyper edition of GSS.
And all I can think about is poo.
Poo.
I deal with it so often. When you have children and animals, you don't realize it, but you commit yourself to dealing with poo every day, and not just your own.
You see, I think you just have a fetish. The old fecal philia.
Maybe I think that my life is worth shit, so I try and pour as much shit into it as I can.
You're attracting it.
Hey, you're an attractive animal. Come and shit in my yard.
Come poo. Come add to my poo. Wonderful. That's great. Well, I can't wait until we start getting millions of donations and your life turns around, and we'll see what your topics will be then. Platinum or something.
Oh, well, all of the animals will be living in platinum-studded houses.
Yeah,
in the backyard.
You could hire Swedish maids for them.
And I will have Swedish maids, and they will
take care
be
of the animals.
Topless, yes.
Yeah.
And they will be picking up the animals' poo.
You realise I'll be spending quite a lot of time at your house. I heard Alison talking about a pool the other day, and our weather is warming up lovingly. So
I'm not really sure where that money's coming from for the swimming pool. I heard the other day.
I think it's just one of those ideas that floats around, so to speak.
We've bought a pool.
No pun intended.
It's in the shape of a turtle shell, and it's about 1 meter wide.
They are great pools for kids.
Yes.
Dude, when I was a kid, we used to play around in these big moving barrels that we had when we moved from the country down to the city.
Moving barrels?
Moving barrels.
What are you from, like the 1800s Western?
Oh, there were these huge...
Pile everything into a barrel with them apples.
No, there were these huge airtight, watertight barrels sort of thing. And once we got to the city, you got no purpose for these enormous barrels. So we used to just put them out in the backyard and fill them with water. And they're like twice as tall as we were.
Okay.
So we could have easily drowned in these little barrels.
See, that's what happened to the people in the barrels that got their bodies stuffed in the barrels.
Yeah, that's it. Up in
they were
Snowtown.
just swimming.
Yeah, it wasn't murder.
No.
It wasn't murder. It wasn't a scheme.
Just because they were dismembered doesn't mean they were murdered. That just happened with the rot in the water. Yes.
After they drowned accidentally from swimming in the barrels on a hot day.
Yeah, someone just didn't want their goldfish anymore and chucked it in there, and it morphed because
into a dead person.
I'm sure that there was chemicals. Wasn't it like a chemical barrel? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. They were full of like acid.
Yeah. And so it warped the fish, grew another eye, and grew some teeth, and
right. And they thought they were
ate him in half.
Oh, ate him.
Yeah, ate the middle out of it. Yeah.
Some huge tooth-having acid-living fish.
And then pooped it out.
Oh my God, we're back on the poo already. Let me check. Yeah. That's 3.5 minutes into it. You've gone back to poo.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
Already. Love it.
Well, the average male thinks about sex every 7 seconds. So if you compare it to that, thinking about poo every 3.5 minutes, that's all right. It's a good ratio, isn't it?
I don't know, because males think about sex more than anyone else thinks about anything on the planet. So I think if you're comparing your likelihood of thinking about poo to males thinking about sex, you're probably...
Okay, so it's kind of like comparing my income to, say, Bill Gates' income.
Yeah,
it's just like, don't even go there, dude.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And the fact is you thought about it.
The fact that you're actually close is worrying, 3.5 minutes is fairly close,
Oh, come on, that's a bit rough.
If we compare it to, say, your average kid thinking about Father Christmas once a year, then suddenly you're constant poo thinking every 3.5 minutes.
Kids think about Father Christmas more than once a year. See,
you think?
Now, you tell me something in your life then that you have to deal with every day,
right? That
you don't think about until you actually have to deal with it.
Masturbation.
You don't think about that?
Well, I don't plan it. I don't pull out the candles and soft music.
Really?
A little wine. Hey, Steve, you're looking lovely tonight. Why, thank you, Steve.
No, see,
None
Steve,
of that.
I think you missed the boat on the whole masturbation idea. It's not supposed to be about making love to yourself.
No.
Like it can be.
Quick release. I use it as a quick release.
A quick release.
Yeah. Sexual tension builds up, and it gets in the way of the male mind. Therefore, before I have to go out and do anything important, I will release that tension.
And do you classify this radio show as important?
No, I did not whip one out before I came to your house, James. Don't worry.
Oh, that's all right.
Don't worry. No.
See that splooge on the wall? Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, that looks
kind of gross.
Yeah, can we get off topic?
I think we've got our photo for the website this week. They can see that splooge on your window. That'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah, that's nasty. So, no, but back to swimming as a kid,
Yes, that's a nice, safe topic.
Yes.
That's one that Meg's mum will approve of.
Meg's mum.
As opposed to masturbation and good, clean, wholesome fun.
Hey, it's good, clean, Christian fun.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Excellent. I've read some magnificent books this week about the Christians and the Jews and the Muslims.
And who wrote the books?
But I can't remember.
Oh.
No, can't remember.
Doesn't matter. Wasn't God or anything.
They're quite well-known academics at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember them.
Oh, not academics. Not like, we've been studying God, and actually the Christians are slightly more correct than the Jews. However, the Muslims are on the wrong track at the moment.
Well, I did see a great skit by a couple of British comics, who, again, I can't remember. I'm having a big I can't remember anyone's name day. But they did a wonderful bit about a guy dying and going to heaven, and the dude, what is it, St. Peter or whatever, at the front gates, who checks you out to make sure you can get in.
Yeah,
right.
He stands with the clipboard and asks you these questions that every time the joke changes, it's a new question. Yeah.
And his questions were like, do you have a washing machine? Do you have a car? Do you have a TV? Well, yes, and yes. Right, okay. Well, are you Amish at all? No. Well, you can't come in. Sorry, the Amish were right. God's not hot on anything done after the 1800s,
Yes.
So, yeah. Oh, it's pretty funny.
So that was in this book?
No.
Oh.
No, that was a comedy skit. That wasn't funny, guys.
Yes,
the book was a little more serious than that. The books. Yes.
So the Amish were right. See, that's
right.
a sad existence. That would just be a god that doesn't believe in fun.
Well, it is one of the funny things, though, isn't it? I mean,
you see those people smiling?
All of these different sects think they're right. Every single one of them thinks they're right. They think they're dead right. They can't all be right.
No.
Most of them have to be wrong. Have to be. Just, by pure logic, most of them have to be wrong.
So is there only one that's right?
I think so.
Don't even go there. It's not.
I know which one it is.
We're not even saying it. We're not promoting that.
It is.
It's like promoting.
It is Steveism.
Vanity Fair or something.
Steveism is the one.
Vanity Fair.
Steveism is the one true faith. Profess yourself unto my church, and we will make of you something.
Are you required to masturbate before you do something important?
Sometimes. Yeah. You can have sex instead. It just depends on whether anyone's on hand at the time. To lend a hand.
When you write up your manifesto on that, I will then read it. I'll burn it first. That's why I have to burn it.
You have to burn the first one, read the second one.
And then throw it back to you while it's burning, and then I'll get another one.
So now you're throwing it at me while it's burning. All right, cool. Okay.
Isn't that fair?
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I think you need to feel the wrath of what the Muslims have felt. From the hardcore brethren prisoners in America.
My church never burned anyone. My church never stoned anyone. We occasionally got people stoned, but we never stoned anyone.
The church got people stoned? What?
That's the Church of Steve. It's not about happening.
You're still on your Twitter.
Yeah, not Muslims. Muslims don't. Well, all right, they might. I don't know. But it's certainly not part of their doctrine.
I thought you were talking about your days when you were a Christian. Out witnessing and knocking on doors and having communion on Sunday and Bible studies on Wednesday.
No, Bible study every day.
Every day?
At dawn, before exercises, then breakfast, then more Bible study, then more exercise.
See, that's a sect. That's not a religion. That's a cult.
That was just me and a dude. Me, one dude. He was like my teacher guy.
Right.
Hardcore Christian, which was kind of, you're a weird dude. But also really, really good at white crane kung fu, so he was teaching me that at the same time.
So were you going through a hard time in your life at this stage?
This was while I was hitchhiking around the East Coast, just sort of bailed on everyone and everything and went, fuck it! I'm going off by myself, middle of nowhere, I don't know when or if I'm coming back. I'm out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was great. It was very liberating, actually.
Yeah.
It was like just after my 18th birthday.
I never knew that.
Time to go.
That's cool.
Time to go check some shit out. Go be by myself in the middle of nowhere where I don't know anything. And it was pretty cool.
Wow, for how long? How long did you go for?
About a year. I was trotting around the place. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And you became a Chriso?
For a little while.
Yeah.
Part of the whole seeking thing. I think that's really what I was doing when I was
looking finding the truth until you found Steveism.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then I knew. I had found the truth.
I can come back home now.
The way.
I can just wear sandals.
That's right.
The teacloth on my head.
Well, that's part of the point. You can wear whatever you want.
Yes.
Certainly not for us shrouding you from head to foot with an inch of opening for you to look through. That's not for the church.
What's that?
Well,
What?
that's the Muslim female dress that I was describing there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the sex sheet, like the I don't know what they call it.
Jewish Orthodoxy sex sheet.
Yes, yeah.
That's brilliant. I love that. They're like some of my new favourite foes. They're like the antithesis to Steveism. We of the Church of Steve. Praise be to the Stevites, believe in, pleasurable sex, because sex is free and it comes from us and no one can tax it. No one can, stop you from doing it, but a lot of people try to stop you from doing it, right? And the Jewish Orthodoxy is full on, man. They do. They have that sheet with a hole in it, which you put over your wife's vagina and you make love to her through that, probably while quoting, verses from the Torah or some shit. I don't know. It's just obscene. These religions that filthify sex, they really bug me. They really do. So I'm all about the opposite of that. I'm all about freedom, liberation. I'm all about pleasurable times for the people. The things that we can do for free by ourselves, we should be able to do without anyone else, bitching at us.
So they have to do missionary, don't they? Like they're not allowed to, do dog ear.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there are states where it's on the legislature at the moment that their laws against sodomy, because it's such a God-fearing nation, they define sodomy as any sex that is not between a man and a woman face-to-face for procreation. Anything other than that is sodomy.
Wow.
Oral sex, titty fuck, anal sex, any weird
don't say those dirty words.
Anything. All right, I'll delete the middle one. Anyway, all right, I won't delete it because it's funny, but I'll put a little bleep or something. I'll try and find a bleep over the thing so it doesn't say.
There's another one. There's another one.
Podcast. That's too.
Oh, just the other one.
No. You know, all of these things, anything that's not face to face, is procreation is sodomy to these people.
Sodomy.
They are all about sex not being fun, and I find that obscene, absolutely obscene. I want to end that, and that is what the Church of Steve is all about.
You do realize that the Church of Steve is only for you?
No, it's for everyone.
I think it's a very unique religion, and...
do-me. What?
You see what I mean? It's only for you. I've got mine.
Congregation, open your prayer books to the first hymn entitled "Let's Have Sex, Baby. Do it again. Do it twice."
So do you think the Amish should come and join your religion?
Well, monogamy is one of my big issues. I don't like it. I don't think it's natural. I think it's stupid. Heterosexuality I consider odd. Likewise, unnatural. But the church is all about pushing those two things.
Heterosexuality.
They love heterosexuality and they love monogamy. They love those things and they push them onto the world, and I think they're both obscene. Limiting the limitless human potential for enjoying yourselves and everyone else.
But it's not about pleasure.
What? Sex?
No, life.
Life? Of course it is.
Is it?
What the hell else do you think we're here for? To serve a god? Come on, don't be silly. Don't be silly.
No, it's not about pleasuring yourself. It's about fulfilling yourself.
Yeah. You get pretty damn fulfilled after one of my church's parties, I tell you. Oh, yes. Anyway, all right, that is your lot for this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed our little chat this afternoon. We'll get back to you in a day or two with another one of these. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Send in your feedback and whatnot. Let us know what you think about the new thing through our website.
Yes,
onlineradioaustralia.com. Yeah, please.
Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like.
That's right. Even if it's me. As strange as that may be to understand.
I can take that. If that's what it is
it
that
might
you
even
don't
be
like,
Steveism.
I can
Don't
take that.
tell me if it's Steveism. If it's Steveism that you don't like, don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
He needs to hear it.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No. You can tell me if you've started converting people in your area to Steveism. That would be great.
No, it's for you, man. It's only for you.
It's for everyone. That's the point. That's
it's not.
Point. It's very hard to have group sex by yourself. Anyway, folks, we will see you.
The skill of the checkout person is how well they can put the stuff into the bag and how fast they can do it.
Yes.
Because in the olden days, you had two people doing it. You know, you had just one punching numbers and someone else actually packing the stuff. You know.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Old paper bags.
But nah, you got to economize, so...
That's right.
You only have one person. You get them younger and you train them.
Yes.
No, actually, you don't train them. Because I think that with putting food items into a bag... Now, I'm not sure what common sense says, but the way that I would do it is that I would put the heavier stuff on the bottom
you would assume
of the bag. And I would also not put 6 liters of liquid in one bag.
Right.
You know how heavy that is?
Yeah.
That shit's heavy.
7 kilos.
So when you're carrying that bag, you've got one bag in this hand.
See, I like those bags. It's like a workout while you're taking it from your car into the kitchen.
But you have to walk lopsided. Say you've got 2 bags, right, and they put the light stuff in one bag and all the heavy stuff in the other.
Oh, yeah, no, it's got to be even.
Yeah, you're all lopsided and you're walking down the street and you get the crook back.
That's why you pile it up. You might hold just those liquids in one hand, and in the other hand you've got the entire rest of your shopping to balance up the weight, you know.
I don't know. See, I think there's room for a religion here. The religion of good packers at supermarkets. Yeah.
I'm not sure that fits into the Steveism ideal. I'm not sure that's really part
So
of
you're telling me that you don't ever have dramas at the checkout?
No, I really don't.
How often do you go through a checkout, Steve?
Not often. Not often.
Right.
Every now and again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I think that you should experience it.
Oh, I have plenty in the past when I was living by myself and whatnot. Yeah.
Times have changed.
Done a lot of it.
Kids are younger, they're less trained.
Kids have always been young and less trained because they're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheap. And you can bring them in nice and cheap and burn them out until they're gone and then hire another one.
Yeah, that's you have to do that quite often because they're always sitting there behind the checkout, with their little phones, texting each other. And I wonder if they ever
Oh bloody hell, I would too. I mean, these kids are getting paid like $5 an hour to stand around and do that crap.
Maybe that's where those those emails that go around with like the Walmart customers. You seen those?
No.
Freaky Walmart customers.
No.
You got big, huge guys wearing like little tutus and stuff, and people take random candid pictures of them in Walmart and send them in. Yeah, there's like a website dedicated to this.
Wow.
You not seen it?
Wow. No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
That could be cool. I might have a look at that. I don't know. Freaky people walking around supermarkets and stuff. Yeah, groovy.
Yeah, there's a lot of very large people that are wearing things that they just shouldn't be wearing.
Well, I did notice that in Adelaide, actually. We had one. And I'll tell you, I've got a cure for the cities, too, if they want to get rid of it. We had a guy in Adelaide who would walk around in, like, skin-tight leotards.
Okay, what do you know about him?
With a tutu.
What do you know about him?
Oh, I'm willing to bet you know a bit more than I think, by the sounds of it. But as far as I know, he was a lunatic who was wandering around being nuts. And then he was picked up by some, ad campaign or some crap trying to advertise something local. And that was basically the end of him. He no longer wandered around being...
He was an arts student doing a social experiment.
Was he?
And he picked up a job out of it. Yeah, just wearing weird things and walking around cities. He gets paid by different cities to come there and walk around wearing...
Really?
Yeah.
That's a job?
Yeah. He's like...
Why was that not mentioned at careers in high school?
He's moving art.
Fair. Oh, dude, I would have loved that job. That'd be great. What am I wearing today? Batman costume. Excellent.
It's always some sort of pink spandex.
Yeah,
it's always involved.
Right, spandex.
And then, for the listeners, this is an Aboriginal.
Yes.
A very big Aboriginal bloke. Very tough looking. And he's wearing pink spandex. And
That's right.
Walking around the very public places of Adelaide.
Yeah, just being generally weird.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. Because I'm willing to bet in our very stuck-up culture, most people would just... not look at him. They'd essentially pretend he didn't existed if they wandered up.
That's what everybody did, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
The only reason I know this is because my brother went, nah, fuck that. Right. Dude, how's it going? My name's... Can I say my brother's name right here? I don't know.
I don't care if you do.
I've got a name. What's yours? Anyway, just struck up conversation and had a chat. Normal bloke.
I don't know. If I was a nutter wandering the streets and someone came up and questioned me about it, I'd probably say I was doing a social experiment too. If I was wandering around in a tutu, used to people ignoring my presence, and then someone finally called me on it, I'd probably just say, it's a social experiment. That would be my get out. Yeah.
But I'd heard it from somebody else as well, I'm sure.
Of course, I planned the same thing when the Church of Steve gets busted. And they bring me up on all those charges. I will say, it was a social experiment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse.
That's my excuse. Do I have to be wearing the spandex at the time? That's my question. Is that a requirement for being able to say that?
So it's like a license to wear anything you want or do anything you want in public. It's a social experiment.
It's a social experiment.
Yeah.
Excellent. I think we've found the real life equivalent of Monopoly's get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
It's a social experiment.
Yeah.
No, honestly, officer, I know
me.
you've caught me with my stable of prostitutes and all these stolen drugs that I've been selling on the streets, but no, I'm not a criminal. It's a social experiment.
I'm a physician licensed by the Church of Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that, because we do actually have doctors.
Who does?
The Church of Steve.
You're full of shit.
We have medical professionals.
Are you talking about Alice?
No, me.
You're medical professional.
Dr. Steve of the Church of Steve.
What?
Dr. Father
Do you
Steve,
have a doctorate in?
The Pope. In sexual healing.
Medical stuff?
Sexual healing.
Sexual healing.
That's what it's all about. I can cure anything. Anything at all. Anything. You ask my girlfriend. She complains of a headache. I've got a cure. She complains of a stomach ache.
I'm glad I took some Nurofen before you came.
I can heal the
for my
world.
headache.
I can heal the world.
Okay. Somebody's got tickets on their penis.
That's funny, actually. Most diseases can be at least helped with sexual healing.
There certainly is something to be said for sexual healing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. But it doesn't cure all things.
No.
It can actually make some things worse.
Yeah. Sexually transmitted diseases, for example.
Yeah. Stomach aches. And
no. Stomach aches we can fix.
Steve?
What?
I want to change the topic.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Because once again, you have tried to bring the conversation around to talking about your penis.
You're just being prejudiced against my church. That's what it is. You're an anti-Stevite. Yeah. Oh, dear.
No, I'm just an anti-social person.
Anti-social person?
Yeah,
I think that fits.
Like imagine. Okay, here you go. Here we go. So remember the video of the guy holding up a sign? I think it's got like the most hits on YouTube. He's holding up a sign saying "free hugs."
Yeah.
That dude, that music video.
Yeah, what a waste.
So if you walked around with a sign that said sexual healing.
I think I'd get approached by entirely the wrong people. That's what I think. Fat businessmen and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's not so good. That's not so good.
You never know. You never know your luck. See, I think that would be a really good social experiment.
What?
You walking around the mall,
fat businessmen,
holding up a sign saying free sexual healing.
Sexual healing, and see what happens.
Yeah.
I think I'd just get arrested. Wouldn't I? They just throw me in a cell for a while.
Well, go to the cops first and say, hey, I want to do a social experiment.
Yeah.
You know, are you guys going to pick me up if I do this?
We'll try the card. We'll try the magic Monopoly card for real life and say, it's a social experiment.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
Yeah.
See if it works.
Yeah, just say, hey, sorry, if I'm offending anybody.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
what if you get some takers? What if you get a customer, a client, somebody in need of healing?
Well, they'd probably have to talk to my girlfriend, I suspect.
Okay, so you get them to fill out a form.
That's right.
And then
they have
say,
to apply. I mean, it's not just, free sexual healing on the spot as you request it. I mean, come on, this is a specialty service we offer here. We have skilled artisans. It's not just a slapdash tuppenny upright in an alley wall somewhere. No.
No, so you give them an application
this is a skilled procedure.
An application in duplicate, and then once they fill it out, you say, all right, this copy's for you, this copy has to go off to approvals, and we'll wait for them to get back to us.
That's right.
And we'll call you.
We'll call you.
Yeah.
That's right. And one of our skilled craftsmen will be around to attend to your needs shortly. Please hold. Your custom is important to us.
Well, the free hugs guy eventually got a hug.
Did he? Oh, he got hates, didn't he?
Yeah, but at the beginning, he's like, oh, nobody's hugging me, nobody likes me.
It's because you're a weird, twisted freak walking around with a sign saying free hugs.
Oh, like, it was lovely. It was nice. See,
I bet if it was a girl, would have been maybe 30 seconds after walking out the door, she would have got her first hug.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was a guy, it was harder.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. But he broke through that social barrier. His social experiment worked.
He started paying people. I reckon he pinned a bunch of $20 notes to his back, so when they hugged him, they could just grab one, and then walk away. Yeah. That's what I think.
You're very cynical.
Yes, I am. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. See,
Thank you.
I like to think of you as a crustacea.
Crustacea?
Yes.
What?
Very, very hard exterior and a very soft...
No.
Inside.
The inside's just more hardness.
No, it's not.
More scarred and calloused roughitude.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, see, if that was somebody that you knew, you would cry if you saw it.
I would laugh my ass off and call him a fairy.
Okay.
You have no idea how cruel I am to my friends. Oh my god, yeah. You think I'm cruel to the people I pick on this show? No.
Well,
as I've said to everyone at some point, I only pick on you if I like you. So,
Yeah.
So I'll show my affection by giving lots of crap.
See, what works on you is if you slowly get boiled.
What?
Yeah. If you just throw spears at you, if you think about a crab.
Okay.
You run after it and chase it with a spear and jabbing it in the ground and trying to catch it. And you're like, no, you're too quick for that. And then when they do get you, that's on my hard shell, and you deflect it off. But if you go swimming and looking for some water just to cool off it, and you're sitting in there and it's nice and the sun's baking you, it's like, oh yeah, that's warm. And then the heat gets turned on and it
really
starts
quite warm.
Yeah.
Really quite very warm now.
That's when you will cook on the inside and your arms will rip off.
What the hell is this metaphor about, James? Where is this little story going? Or are you just enjoying the mental image of me slowly boiling to death in an enormous pot?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just to prove that you're soft on the inside.
But I wouldn't be by that point. I'd be all flaky.
But if you were hard, you wouldn't boil. You'd be like, no.
That's right.
It doesn't affect me.
No, I'd be like the rock at the bottom of the pot. Just sitting there going, what do you got?
The rock at the bottom of the pot?
The rock at the bottom of the pot.
What the hell are you talking about?
The rock at the bottom of the pot. That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't put a rock in there.
I did. While you weren't looking. While you were sneaking around trying to hunt the crab with the spear, I was going back there painting a rock to look like me and just stuck it at the bottom of the pot.
Right. So the rock... Okay. See, that's what you think you are.
It's camouflage.
You think you're the rock, but you're the...
Camouflage. No, you see, while you're watching the crab that's hiding around the rock...
Do you want to be a crab or a lobster?
What? I don't know.
Or a clam. You could be a clam.
No, I can't be a clam. I can't be a clam. No.
Why not, Steve?
Why? Because you can't do much sexual healing when you're a clam. You know, there's not a lot of options.
You kidding?
I have heard that the clam does actually have a penis, but the very idea is just gross. Because I think they're one of those species that just sort of sperm into the water or something, isn't it? And the female eggs near them. What fun is that? Can you imagine doing that as a human?
That's a good social experiment.
Nightclubs would need much better cleaners. That's all I can say. You'd need brilliant cleaners, and they'd be paid a lot. Yeah. No, it's not good. That's not good. We do it the way we do it for a reason, I think, because it's fun and relatively clean.
Yeah, but you don't sort of claim anything when you do that. No. You don't get to claim all of these females over here in that area.
No, I don't.
No, off topic.
Yeah, we'll get onto that at another time, I think. Because that is your lot for this episode.
crass and bourgeois world, it's good to know that there is still a centre of refinement and grace. In this vein, we are proud to present Lady Alison Charmer with Ali's Feast of Folly.
Good afternoon, Steve.
Hello, Ali, how are ya?
Welcome to my Feast of Folly.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Ah, yes, yes.
Lovely.
All right, today I have for you some sad, some funny, and some rather unsavory stories.
Oh, wonderful, marvellous.
Yes.
Give me something sad so I can laugh at it.
Yes, let's start with the sad one. Get it out of the way.
Good.
All right. A little boy, 8 years old, currently remains distraught after he watched an alligator feast on his pet turtle when he donated it to a local aquarium park. Crunches from the turtle's
Crunches!
shell were heard
I thought that was the turtle's name for a second there.
No, the turtle's name is Tomalina.
Tomalina.
Yes.
I think Crunches is more fitting.
Crunches from the turtle's shell were heard by the 8-year-old son and his mother as the alligator devoured the family's pet last Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah. The little boy was yelling to the turtle. He's like, "Oh no, alligator, let it go, let it go."
Let it go. Crunch, crunch,
yeah,
crunch.
he was begging the alligator to leave the turtle alone.
Oh no.
But this is the worst part. The family donated the pet to this particular Florida aquarium.
Right.
Because the turtle had grown too large for the home aquarium. They chose this particular aquarium so that the little boy could come back to visit Tomalina whenever he wanted
That's great. Now he can go back and visit the turtle's grave. Watery grave.
Isn't that so
in the
sad?
crocodile enclosure.
They wanted to do the right thing and they put it in there and they watched it be released and yum, 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 yum. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy.
I know. I'm sorry. I just think it's hilarious.
Officials at the water park said that it's uncommon for gators to be interested in turtles.
But when it saw
That's
how
a
attached the
shame.
little boy was.
I was so devastated for this little kid. I know you find it hilarious.
Yeah, it is very sad, but I happen to find that amusing, so that's okay.
All right, moving along to, well, I thought that was sad, but you clearly thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now to the unsavory story in case I actually offend people, and then we can finish with something that I find funny.
Right.
Which you probably won't now that you've found my sad story funny.
No. But I have great hopes for the unsavory story. I'm probably going to find that amusing too.
All right. A pastor has been taken to court. He's been accused of sexually assaulting a schoolgirl.
Right.
12-year-old.
Okay, no, that's not funny.
He has said, this part's interesting, he told the court, "It was a banana in my pocket."
A banana in my pocket.
But, the 60-year-old who has been accused of this, he has said that the 12-year-old could have mistaken the fruit for his penis as he sat beside her during a private tutoring lesson.
Really?
And this is what he's said. But he's actually accused of placing the girl's hand on his crotch.
Right.
And in several occasions, he's actually taken her and her sister underwear shopping and bought them beer at the pub and stuff.
Right.
Yet his defence is, "It was a banana in my pocket."
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, do you think it's pushing it too far to beat this man to death with bananas? Is that too much?
I would maybe go with baseball bats disguised as bananas. I think they might do slightly more damage.
Yeah, but the bananas would take a really long time. It'd be like a slow, torturous death.
It'd be like slapping someone with seaweed.
How about crates of bananas?
Crates of
That's a really big seaweed. There's a species of seaweed that's the biggest creature in the world. Well, biggest living thing. It's not really a creature.
The ocean's pretty vast.
Yeah.
It's a lot of space to fill in there.
That's right.
Anyway.
You'd need a big banana.
So that's all I have to say about that. I just thought that everybody should be aware
Sicko dude.
that this man...
Yeah. The pastor.
actually actually had the audacity to say
it was a banana
that
in
it
my
was
pocket.
a banana in his pocket. Who puts bananas in their pocket?
I don't know.
They don't fit,
I think you'd have to
really.
be a sick, twisted individual to have a banana in your pocket anyway.
I'm pretty sure a 12-year-old would know the difference between a banana and... He's like, hey, here, give me your hand. Let me show you my fruit.
Yeah. Well, there's like an established method of showing fruit to people, and it doesn't involve putting their hand on your pants.
Yes, very odd. Be aware.
Odd.
Be aware. If you're sexually assaulted, it's probably not that. It's a banana in their pocket.
Right, it's a banana. Always keep a fruit knife with you at all times.
Silly children.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish off with a cute little number.
Okay.
Okay. Local television reports that Denver International Airport in the US is in a little bit of trouble.
Right. Why? What do they do?
Well, their long-term parking at the airport seems to have been overrun by bunny attacks.
Bunny
attacks. Yes.
Right.
The bunnies are coming into the car park and chewing through the cars. they're chewing through all the wiring. And
just to check, are these new age hippie hemp cars or anything like that? Or?
Well, they're new cars because apparently the wiring is actually made of like a soy-based compound, like
So the rabbits
and the rabbits are really attracted to it.
We're going to eat it.
So yeah.
Awesome.
So the rabbits are coming in and chewing through all the wiring. Them and mice and rats as well, I think.
Right.
But it's adorable because there is actually a video which I'm not sure. Can we post that? Can we post the video here?
We can indeed.
There is a video of the rabbits just running around the airport parking lot. Right. And there's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
And these bunnies are just so cute.
Yeah. Great.
So check it out because it's actually quite amusing, and so they've actually had to put patrols in the parking lot.
Right.
To
take
ward
out
off
the bunnies.
The rabbits. Yeah.
Armed,
Isn't that
or
amazing?
are they just sort of scooting them away, or do they have like shotguns?
I've got no idea.
Right.
Surely they can't.
Only rabbits. Rabbits are pests. If they're out in the wild, they're pests. I know cute fluffy ones in your backyard are pets.
Yeah.
But out in the wild, they're pests.
They are pests, but they shouldn't be using bunny food on cars.
No, I love the irony that it's only the new expensive cars that the rabbits are eating.
Cars from 2002 onwards.
That's excellent.
Yes.
That's excellent. I like that.
So
I think it's good.
I'm actually concerned about my car.
About your car?
I don't want to put it in the garage anymore because I reckon the rabbits might eat it.
Might eat it, yeah. That'll be funny. It'll be funny for us. I know it wouldn't be funny for you, but we could have a chuckle.
But yeah, check out the video because they've got the whole the news coverage. They've taken it quite seriously.
Yes,
Big issues there.
Well, so did we, I think.
Yes, we did, definitely.
No, maybe not.
No. But check it out because it's amusing and it's
Put it up on the Feast of Folly website?
Yes.
Which is feastoffolly.blogspot.com.
Cool. I'm glad someone remembers.
Yes.
Cool. Well, that's all I've got today.
Good.
My little pearls of wisdom.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. And so coming up soon, hopefully, I'm going to have some info about. Do you remember the oysters?
Oh yes. Now, which ones? The ones that
have herpes.
Yes.
Well,
herpes-infested oysters.
No one knows anything about oysters. What is the anatomy of oysters?
Right.
And I think I voiced this question earlier.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to find out, and I'm going to give some information on the anatomy of
Wonderful.
oysters.
Excellent.
Because I think everybody should know. They're not tasty little things to swallow. They're actually living creatures. So let's
save the Oyster Foundation.
Let's do that. No, stop that. I just want to know how do they breed?
Right.
Like what's going on there? So
cool.
I'm going to find out.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, maybe. All my listeners might piss off now. They'll be like,
what? Just going to talk about serious things? Nah.
National Geographic. What the fuck? Ali's anatomy of aquatic animals.
The seahorse penis can grow up to 5 inches long.
Well, that's like the sea snails that have the penises growing on their heads.
On their heads. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Well, and it's not cool because it's a chemical thing. It's not right.
But it makes sex much more efficient, though.
It's
if you could just walk up and like headbutt your partner and then walk away. It seems efficient to me.
Well, I don't know if they're functional.
Something else to find out for the show. Some more research.
All right, let's find out about aquatic animals' sexual
parts.
organs.
Good stuff.
All right.
Excellent.
I'll catch you later, Steve.
Wonderful. Thanks, Ellie.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Steve, this miner.
Yeah.
Because of all these people in Chile that were underground for 10 weeks.
That's right. There were like 30-odd of them. A lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them stuck underground in a mine.
And one particular miner...
Yeah.
I'm sure he's glad to be alive, but I'm sure he'd rather be dead at the same time.
Well, also, they're getting out, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, I think I just heard on the radio about an hour ago that they're all safe and sound.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Well done there.
And he's safe and sound in the arms of his wife and his girlfriend.
His wife and his girlfriend?
Yeah, they kind of met each other when he was down there.
How the hell did that happen? What's going on? Wait. This poor guy's stuck underground. And what's going on upstairs?
His little secret's getting out.
Right.
So his wife obviously comes forward as the wife of one of the miners, and and joins the circle of wives and girlfriends that are praying to God for their miners underground.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And the girlfriend comes along, and of course, conversation sparks up, and yeah, who are you?
They figure out they're there for the same guy.
Man.
Oh, that's excellent. How long did he know? Underground that they knew? Did he know?
Ooh.
Or was he just released into the face of these two
What would
women?
be worse, to actually just pop up out of the ground and see your wife and your girlfriend?
I'm safe, I'm alive, I'm so happy to be released from the... whoa.
Or to sit
what
there...
are you guys doing standing next to each other? I don't like this at all. Are we going to have a three-way? Don't hit me. Yeah. Oh.
But imagine it being underground for weeks and weeks.
And knowing.
Yeah.
Knowing.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Maybe if I stay down here long enough, then they'll just completely forgive me of anything. Yes. Yes. So, take your time, guys. Relax. Have a break.
Hey, we almost got you out, dude. No, please, relax. Take your time.
But apparently when he got up, it was just his girlfriend that was there. His wife wasn't to be seen.
So there you go. You go. And that's why it's important to have a mistress. So when the wife bails on you, you've got a backup. That's what it's all about. It's really just safety.
Yeah.
Having a safety part.
Like having a hedge fund, isn't it?
That's right. Or a fuse.
A fuse?
Something like that.
A fuse?
Yeah.
How is that a fuse?
Well,
a fuse isn't a backup?
If the home that is your relationship blows up...
Yes. You just plug another one in.
It's not a fuse, is it?
Right.
You can plug another one in. No, I like that. Yeah, no.
Well, see, these days they got flip switches.
Don't be filthy. My God, show women some respect, James.
You can just flip them back on.
Switches, indeed. Oh, poor guy. That's full on. All right.
Two-timer miner. Yes.
Two-timer miner. Oh, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah,
is it?
Of course.
That's good. That's nice. So what else have we got? Oh, we've got some horrible stuff. Dame Joan Sutherland died. The big op-ed. Now, do you remember when we were doing the full hour episodes a few weeks ago, I said that I'd started getting into opera. I started listening.
Oh, yes.
There was some woman whose song had just made me go, wow.
And was this her?
This was her.
And now she's dead.
And now she's dead.
She died. So
she passed on at least the spark of a love of opera to me, and then she died. So I almost feel like I really have to go and listen to a lot of opera now.
Wow, so her life has been fulfilled.
Yeah, I think so.
Spark.
She's managed
and
to
you feel guilty because she's dead now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A little bit of guilt opera.
See, I totally know the name Dame Joan Sutherland, but I've never really known what she did. I wasn't sure if she was this man who dressed up as a woman.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's Norman Gunston. Yeah. See, I get it mixed up because what's that character's name? What's the character's name?
Dame Edna Everage.
See, it's close. Dame Edna Everage.
Yes.
They're both dames, okay? It's a dame. I don't know.
I'm willing to bet that Edna was based at least loosely on Dame Joan. I'm willing to bet.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Those glasses, did you have those funky, pointy glasses that they wore in the 70s?
No.
Okay.
She probably stole them from Elton John or something.
Right.
Elton loved the glasses, didn't he?
Yes.
Loved those glasses. Mad glasses.
Well, he's a bit of a dame.
I think the PC term is queen, not dame.
Yeah, but see, hasn't he been knighted? If he hasn't, he should be.
I don't know.
No, he hasn't been knighted.
How much money has he made for England? That seems to be the defining
Yes,
factor.
it does, doesn't it?
Sir Elton John sounds right.
Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John.
And what did he get knighted for?
Elton John. You just make enough money for England. You pay enough tax, basically. Yeah.
A music contribution.
Yeah,
there you go. Tax.
That's it. You pay enough tax, you get a knighthood. That's how it works.
Well, so now where does she live? Is she Aussie? Is she American?
Yeah, she's Aussie.
She's Aussie.
She's
Okay.
Aussie. I believe she was like part of the whole Sydney Opera House big boom and the Australian Opera Company.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. That's basically her. It rode on her shoulders for quite a while, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's a big name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dame Joan Southern, that I didn't really follow your work. I'm sure that it will somehow get imposed upon me with Steve as a friend.
No.
And I'm sure the listeners will get imposed upon.
Because I'm not that mean.
But I promise you, for every piece of opera that gets played, one piece of country music will be played.
Which is
that is my solemn swear.
I will never play opera. You see? You see? Because I'm already one up. James has played country, but I haven't played opera.
That means that I'm one up, actually.
No, I think that makes me the better man. So that puts me one up.
One day you'll wake up and realize that it's good music.
No, I don't think so, because country is inherently evil in the world. Yeah.
So, did you hear about floating car parks?
What?
Floating car parks.
Floating car parks.
Yes.
Please tell me this is levitation and not some dodgy offshore thing.
This is dodgy offshore stuff.
Damn, I was really hoping for levitation, James.
I was reading a couple of years ago, Moscow had a major issue because of the slow recovery of the economy over there. Yeah. More and more people are getting cars. And in Moscow, apparently there's about car parking for 1 million.
Right.
But the population that now has cars is about 4 million.
Right. Okay.
So there's a massive parking problem.
Okay.
And what Tokyo has done is they've actually created these floating car parks. Because there's no more real estate, so they just push it out onto the water. They get some barges, put a bit of cement on it, a few layers. There you go.
So typical of the pragmatic Japanese. You know? Rather than say, make smaller cars or force people to come.
You can't get the Japanese to make smaller cars. They're small enough. Have you seen those things?
Yeah, I say smaller.
It's like step into this shoebox, sir. Stick your feet through the bottom.
How many people do you see in a car by themselves? Quite a lot.
Yeah.
I reckon 80% of the traffic out there on the roads is people in a car by themselves.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Surely there should be a one-person version.
It's called a bicycle. It's called a motorcycle.
Yeah, but bicycles suck and motorcycles are dangerous. I'm talking a safe one-person version of a car. Something small, stable, economical,
It's
safe.
not possible.
It is.
Can't be
it
safe.
must be possible.
No.
We'll put the Online Radio Australia science slabs onto it. We'll make them design one for us.
Oh.
Did you hire the engineers?
Yes. No. What?
No. What?
What the hell are you talking about?
You're supposed to just come along with it, James.
I thought you were the engineer.
We've got a lab. You're supposed to pretend we've got engineers. Oh my God. We have no lab. We have no engineers. We can't work on anything. Maybe if someone out there is clever and can think, they could start designing something.
So would you use a floating car park if they did that here?
I wouldn't want to, but I would if the need arose. I would consider it bad form, definitely. A floating car park. That's terrible.
Actually,
that's leading towards us building land all over the water,
Yes, that's right.
And just encompassing the Earth's
75% of the Earth's surface is water, so there's plenty of room.
Yeah, and eventually we'll spread to cover a lot.
Actually, maybe that's what we'll start doing, because we'll run out of land because of all the farming that's going on.
Well, moving to another planet seems impractical, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It's bloody expensive. Why can't we just build a few more islands?
That's it. That's it. Surely we can. Surely we can.
Floating
we could
countries.
Look at places like the South Sea Islands and whatnot.
Yes, of course.
Surely we could, fill in the gaps.
South Pacific.
Yeah, turn that into a little continent rather than a bunch of tiny little islands.
No, I think have it just a completely floating country.
A floating country.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
A bit like Venice, but it's
On
the water's all around.
Water world.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner can be the mayor.
And if you want to go fishing, not that I agree with this, but you could just go to any street and pull off the manhole and drop down your line. Yeah. What do you reckon?
I'm wondering how long the water under the floating cities would support life. I'm willing to bet not long, A lot of sewage and oil and just runoffs and cast-offs and chemicals and stuff killing all the fish. That's what I see happening. Let alone the blocked sunlight that will kill all the phytoplankton. So
you're just not an opportunist, are you?
I am
worried about the little people.
Well, yeah, I like to think that everyone will live through the next, the next movement of the human species. I like to think we'll all.
We must make room for a population. There's not enough space on this earth.
True.
We either have to start having some serious disasters in the world, or build floating countries.
Or a lot more wars.
Okay. I wasn't going to willfully kill people, but...
Maybe George Bush was a great humanitarian, and he saw the problem that we'd be facing in the future and just decided to start some wars to kill people off.
Yes, that's right. Imagine that meeting.
All right, good. Well, that's your love for this episode. Come along and check out our website, www.onlineradioaustralia, to get in contact with us for any reason whatsoever. I don't know why you would, but
I think...
why not?
Mm-hmm.